This is right, it's grill time. It's time to go and get this grill onto the TT. But first, I want to put the badge on it and let's take a look at the grill. So this is the grill we're going to be fitting to the Audi today. The quality is absolutely brilliant. It honestly feels like OME quality. It's such a strong, well-made grill. I did pay a few £100s for this. It's not a cheap one by any means, because I want one that's going to last, and hopefully it's going to fit a lot better. But first of all, let's put these rings on first, which are in this little bag here. It didn't come with the rings. I ordered them from another company, which I'll also put in the link in the description below. I went for the gloss black rings to obviously complement the gloss black grill. And on your normal grill, they seem to, unlike your normal Audi grill, they seem a bit wider up here, but this is quite a flush fit. So that will be sitting there basically like that, which I think will look absolutely brilliant. So first of all, let's get these fitted. So these rings, when you order them, you've got a choice of 4 colours. I can't remember, I think there's a carbon one, there's a chrome one, there's a gloss black one, I think there's a matte black one. Obviously I went gloss black because this is gloss black and that is my preference. Your preference might be completely different. So you get the holder, the rings, and you get this fitting kit here, which is a couple of these bars and some screws to fix it on the back. So let's fix these now. So all we need to fit these is a Phillips screwdriver. So I've never fitted these before, so this is my first time fitting these. So obviously you want to line it up, work out whereabouts you actually want it. Let's put that a bit more in the camera for you so you can see better. So flip it over like so. You've got these 2 bars here, which we'll be placing where we need them to go. So start putting the screws into spaces. I'm going to work from the outside in. So obviously just make sure you've lined it all up perfect. So that's the rings now put on the grill, ready to go on the car tomorrow. But today for you, but tomorrow for me, whatever. Next time I see you, in a few seconds, we'll be out of the car. I'll see you outside. So it's the next day now and we're at the car. I'm absolutely freezing. It's about 8 o'clock in the morning. I'm really cold, but the first thing we need to do is get this front bumper off. So let's get that off now. So first we need to move these covers on each side. So just get something to lift up this bit here. That will come unclipped. And then that will come out the way. So then we can get to the other bolts down here, which we'll get to in a minute. So let me just go and whiz off the other side. So we need to loosen 3 T30 bolts. They are located one down here, one here, and one down there to get the headlamp out. So let's do that now. And release the plug that's holding it on, the connection. And now do exactly the same thing to the other side. And now you need to remove this one. These four, these are T30 as well. So 1, 2, 3 and 4, the one on the other side. So let's get these off. So with a 10mm spanner, you need to get these two 10mm nuts. There's one here and there's one below. Same on both sides, so I'm going to whip these off now. I actually don't think you do need to move these ones. I think it's just these lower ones. Because the bumper splits off here, on this line here. And then just do exactly the same thing on the other side. A couple more T25s underneath that I forgot. You'll see when you get under here, so I'm going to whip them off now, and then the bumper should be ready to come off. I did find a few other bolts that I forgot to take off, which were under the front, so have a look at everything first to make sure you have got everything off. Right, the bumper is now ready to come off. Remember not to put it all the way forward because you need to disconnect the fog lights. It's got your tools out the way so you don't scratch anything, because that'll be a major negative. Right, so that is one bumper off the car. So put that to one side for the moment, because we need to do some painting. So we need to remove this bit of foam, like that, put that to one side, and then this is the bit that we need to spray. So this is the bit we're going to be painting, so we need to clean this all up and just prep it basically. So start by just covering the areas we don't want to get the paint on. Get a bit of thinners just to take off any bits you want to make sure the paint is going to stick. This is the paint I'm using, satin black, tough paint, quick drying, chip resistant, no primer required, super smooth finish. So you just want to give this a few light coats just to build it up. I'll just give that 5-10 minutes now just to let that coat dry off, and then I'll just give it another coat, and that'll be all that's needed, because you ain't really going to see much of it because it's behind the bumper, so I'm not that bothered about it, but I just didn't want to see it silver. So now with the bumper off, we're going to get the grille out. You've got two T25s, one on each end, and then loads of clips. Be careful with these clips because they will break, and they don't care if they break. So let's get the T25s off first. And that is the grille off. So I've got the bumper off, I'm going to put my new front splitter on because I'm never going to be happy with it because it's been repaired so many times. So I ripped that off. That's taken absolutely ages to get all the tiger seal that I put on before, but I'm going to nut and bolt it this time because last time I put the splitter on I didn't take the front bumper off, I was quite lazy. So I'll do it properly how they send the instructions to do that. But first of all, let's get back onto installing the grill. So what we need to do now is we need to cut this bar off. So we need to cut along here and along here on the other side. So we're going to do that. I've got this little hand saw here which I'm going to use for it. Hopefully it will do the job. We'll find out. So I might mark it out first with a bit of masking tape, which I've got here. Just so I know sort of what bit I need to cut off, because I also want to keep these holes for the new grill to clip into. So I want to sort of follow that line. Sort of basically there's a crease. So if you follow the crease, you should be alright. Handsaw is getting a bit long, so I think it's time for a bit of Dremel. Job done. That's that bit out, much quicker. So now I've cut all that plastic off, I'm going to put the splitter on now, the new one. So I need to line all that up with where it's got to go. Working off, I'll spin this around so you can see it. These points here, because we need to line up with this. So we're going to go about that. I think that is where we want it. So with the front splitter, make sure you get the ends both lined up. So that's the new front splitter all fitted up, so we can get back onto putting the grill on. So let's put the grill back on. Zoom out a little bit because it's a little bit closer now. You've got to try and line it up with all these lugs all around. So let's do that first. So I've just done a trial fit with this, and I've noticed that these like screw hole bits, these are in the way, so I need to cut these off, because I'll show you why. Because they keep on hitting like this bit up here, and it needs to just come off. So we're going to cut those off now. So I had to cut quite a lot off this. Pretty much you've got to cut it so it's the same sort of level as these bits for the grill to fit, otherwise it ain't going to fit. Right, so now let's just pop it in now, and we should be good to go. Then just put the screws in for the existing grill. That's the grill all on, so now let's get this back on the car. what an absolute was doing the splitter and the grille, because the old splitter had loads of tigers underneath to remove before I could then fit the new one. The bumper going on and off was a bit of a pain, but it's all done. I think it looks a lot better. Comment below what you think. Remember to like and subscribe. See you in the next one.